Le verbe être avec des adjectifs. So here's the verb être, to be. Let's just recap what we've been studying so far. Je suis means I am. Tu es means you are. Il, elle, et on est means he, she, and it are. Nous sommes, we are. Vous êtes, y'all are. Et ils sont et elles sont. Groups of boys or groups of girls are. La règle générale, adjectif féminin. L'adjectif décrit le nom. So the adjective here is describing the noun. Le petit chien. This tells me that the doggy here is little, petit. Le stylo bleu. This tells me that the pen is blue. So when I'm wondering what is blue, it's the pen. Is it le stylo? It is le stylo. Tu dois changer l'adjectif pour accorder avec le nom qu'il décrit. So here I have a picture of a little girl, and the sentence is la petite fille. So I'm saying that the noun here is feminine, so my adjective has to be as well. Notice I've added an E to the end of it. And here I have la chemise bleue. Notice how I've added an extra E to bleu. Why? Because it's telling me the color. Okay, so I had everything pop up on the page, and then I was reviewing it.
To make it.
Yeah, are you all done?
Yeah.
Mine is like 10 minutes long.
Oh, mine's like 5. It's like 5 minutes. So, Shara has a video?
Yeah, video. Okay. So it's règle générale pour le pluriel de l'adjectif. So in French, we have to specify not only that the adjective is feminine, but we also have to identify if it's also plural. So just like in English, you might have 17 cats. In French, we also add S in general for the plural. So 17 chats. So in general, when we have an adjective that we want to put in plural, we do add an S. Like grand, you add an S. Petit, you add an S. Bleu, you add an S. And then when you have adjective au féminin et pluriel, you add an ES. So grand becomes grandeur. But notice I'm not pronouncing the S. Petit becomes petite. And bleu, bleu ES. And now let's combine the verb être with an adjective. This person here, speaking to his friend, might say, Je suis grand. And this person here, to the taller person, might say, Tu es grand. Oops. In this situation, we have Barney, and he might say to Betty, Tu es grande. And Betty might say to Barney, Tu es petit. Here, I want you to use the adjective méchant and the joker. In this situation, you have the option to say je suis or tu es. In both instances, you will write the adjective méchant, monotone mean, without changing the end. Méchant, tu es méchant, or je suis méchant. Here in this situation again, I would like you to use méchant, but for Cruella de Vil. She's clearly a woman. We all know about Cruella de Vil. So we could say something, je suis méchante. I am mean. Somebody might say to her, oh, tu es méchante. You are mean. Or just by observing her, we might very well say, ooh, elle est méchante. What I want you to notice here is that your verb has changed depending on the person speaking. So you have je suis, tu es, or elle est. But in all instances, your adjective, you added an E on the end because it was for feminine. Good job. In this situation, I want you to use intelligent, monotone intelligent, and these three people. So, they could very well say about themselves, nous sommes intelligents, with an S, because there's a three of them. But I might be looking in on them and saying, oh wow, ils sont intelligents. Ils sont, because there's three of them, and intelligent with an S, because there's three of them. Again, I want you to use the adjective intelligent for these three girls. So it could very well be saying, nous sommes intelligentes. They might be talking about themselves. Nous sommes intelligentes. ES for feminine and for plural. Or I might be looking in on them and saying, wow, elles sont intelligentes. ES again, because it's feminine and plural. So let's look at some conclusions that we can make here. Now, when we have the verb être with an adjective, we have to make sure that the adjective agrees in gender, is it masculine or feminine, and in number, is it singular or plural. If it's feminine, add an E. If it's plural, add an S. So let's look at some examples with the verb être and some adjectives we've learned today. So if I'm talking about me, I might say je suis grande. Because I'm a girl. And if I'm looking at my son, who is only 10, he's shorter than I am, and I'll say tu es petit. And then if I'm looking at Laura, who is almost 6 feet tall, I'll say Laura est grande. Now if I'm looking at us as a class, we're pretty clever. So I might say nous sommes intelligents. Notice, of course, that I just have the S here for the plural, and I know that we're more girls than boys, but in grammar, gender of the adjective will be based on if there's at least one male in the sentence. If I'm looking at you guys are pretty clever. I'll say vous êtes intelligent, and again, masculine, because masculine is the default gender when there's more than one gender in the group. And then if I'm saying Anne, a Lisa, maybe they're both tall. So Anne et Lisa sont grandes. E for feminine, and S because there's more than one. So don't forget, if your adjective is qualifying something that is feminine, you add the E. If your adjective is qualifying something that is plural, you add an S. Like maybe many girls are tall, maybe many boys are small, maybe there are many blue shirts on the hangers. You add the S. If you have any questions or if you don't understand anything, rewind the video and double check your understanding.